60 to 80.
That's a hard question.
Okay. I promise you no hard questions. I won't do that.
Yeah, it's too many stores for it to be a simple question.
You get a hard
All
one
right,
to talk to
Errol,
me,
thank
I'll
you
take
so
it.
much. We're here on the floor, and like always, there are marching bands moving through. It's so much fun to be here on the floor and on the live stage at the same time. I'm here with our friends at TVI Market Pro, and we have two of I think the Holy Grail, very successful fixed ops directors, 6-store group, 7-store group. Joe and Chance, thanks for joining us today. Nick, thanks for setting all this up.
Appreciate you being here.
All right, I'm going to ask the question. Every dealer wants to know this. What are 2 or 3 things that a dealer needs to do in 2025 to increase the numbers of vehicles that they can throughput?
For us, I think we need to just understand what our clients are looking for and what we can do to help that, right? So in the spirit of time is money, parts availability is something that we're really focusing on, right? Like in the era of, recalls are coming out and we can't service them because we don't have parts. We're trying to be convenient or trying to make it easy to do business. We call them when parts are available, we call them when they're, so they're only doing one stop, one visit, in and out.
Chance, same question. What are a couple things that are top of mind that you think dealers can focus on in 2025 to move more vehicles through?
Yeah, I completely agree. We're hyper-focused right now on figuring out what the customer wants and really listening to them. We're using social channels, all the review sites, Google, Facebook, Yelp, all those great things. Finding a great marketing partner has been tremendous for us. We've migrated all to a single marketing partner to simplify things, one point of contact. We're really trying to pump out content to our customers that they want to see and just help to ease the communication so that they know we're here for them when they need us.
So give me a little bit of insight in what you were doing wrong at one point and like one thing that you flipped the switch on and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, that's the one we're going to keep in the new position.
Yeah, I can tell you, personally, the best thing that's happened to us is partnering with TVI. It has completely changed the way that we do business.
That wasn't even rehearsed.
No, not at all.
Nick's like, keep talking. Yeah.
And he knows this, right? We have a very strong relationship. I know who to call. We've got one point of contact. I'm not trying to contact people through a different corporate ladder, trying to figure out who's my point of contact for any given different thing. Our marketing is clean. It's exactly how I want it to be done. It communicates to our customers the message that we're trying to get through to them. So again, they know that we're here for them when they need service, right? A lot of people are trying to do marketing based on a potential failure in a vehicle. Our approach is completely different. We know they need to come in twice a year, so let's market to those things. And then when their vehicles break, they know who to come to. We're already there.
Just same question.
So we're shifting our culture in the group, right? So now we're trying to develop a community where before, last year, we weren't really, we were going...
What do you mean by that? Unpack that for a minute.
Cars and coffees, right? Like making people feel like they're part of a community. Hey, every Saturday you can come here, meet the guys that are working on your car, do, just a social gathering so that way people feel like they're part of a community. Because that way they're not going to a car dealer, they're going to my friend's house. They're going to my friend's store. They're going to a place that they know somebody that, hey, I know a guy, I talked to this guy. And we removed ourselves from those, hey, we're the dealer, we know all, versus, hey, we're the dealer, we're in this together. Let's fix your car.
I feel like in that one in particular, I think if a fixed ops director sees that as an opportunity and wants to go in that direction, it's possible they might hit a little bit of friction, right? Because it's not an immediate ROI. Brand play, brand building, community building requires some time, energy, money, but may not yield immediate results. Is that not true? As far as the results side, or what would you say to a fixed ops director who maybe wants to do that, but they see some friction?
I think as a fixed ops director, you have to play all of your cards, right? You have to have your long-term play, your short-term plays. Yep. And you're right, this is a much more long-term play, but given the demographic of the people who are owning cars, purchasing cars, right? You're switching to this social media, these guys that have now grown up with this stuff that have now
natives
right, and they want to feel like they're part of somebody. So to embrace that, I think it's important that you start this culture now, because what's going to happen is just somebody else is going to, right? You're going to have me in your back door doing it, and if you had a Toyota store, a Chevrolet store, a Cadillac store, you might miss that opportunity.
That's an interesting point, because I think in the sales department, it's very normal for people to think life cycle marketing.
Absolutely.
But in the fixed op side, maybe not so much so. Nick, do you have a thought on that?
I think that anybody that's running a fixed operation or a service department or parts department, they know that anything that they change in their operation to try to drive more business, the business is going to be a lag indicator of that drive. there are very few buttons we can push and levers we can pull in fixed operations that create an immediate effect. And everybody that knows them knows what they are, they push those first, but everything else is a long ball, because something I change today is probably going to take a full maintenance cycle for that particular OEM to show us what it's going to do. So we need to have, to Joe's point, we need to have short and long-term plans, and we need to know that those long-term plans are things we have to be patient for.
Chance, I'm going to ask you another one.
Sure.
Okay, you mentioned what you mentioned. You mentioned community. Give us another thing that you're looking to do in 2025. Like, what are you looking to lean into? Is there a lever you're looking to pull, even if it's to test?
Yeah. We've, like, the past couple of years, we've been hyper focused on building our relationship in the dealership with our employees, right? Strengthening it, making them all feel like a family, and we're a family-owned dealer group, right? One of the rare few that are holding on, I think. And we've done a really good job at that. So now we're trying to get our customers introduced into our family. We're bringing them in. We're treating them better. Our retention numbers are off the charts. Our team is just doing a phenomenal job of making these people feel welcome there. As we look forward, I mean, it's to Joe's point too, as we look forward, if these customers feel like they're a part of our family, they're not going to go somewhere else.
That's fact.
We had a conversation earlier about where do customers go when they leave us. Oftentimes, they're not going to another dealer, right? We're not defecting our customers to another dealer. They defect out into independents and our competitors out there that do a great job as well. So if we're not outperforming them and we don't over-communicate what we're doing for our customers, we're going to lose them.
I think that, if you don't mind me saying so, I really think that right there, that point, listening to your customers and delivering the experience, removing the friction points, that is the holy grail. Because the reality is that we're all trying to increase our car count, we're all trying to increase our RO count, but we're doing it with fewer units in operation because of what's happened over the last 4 years in the marketplace from a supply and demand standpoint. So shifting our focus from conquesting new business to retaining the business that we have needs to continue to be the number one focus for any service department that's looking to grow.
So I'm actually going a different route, right? I'm growing our parts and wholesale business. And so I use partners like TVI here to really conquest that. This is uncharted territory, I think, even for them, Nick. But what I loved about it is that they're willing to try it. So I said, okay, here's what I want to go after. I want to go to municipalities, right? I want to go after cities. I want to go after their fleets. I want to go after the construction trucks. I want to go after the stuff that we really can set ourselves apart. And listening to my clients, I'm opening for fleet between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m.
Yep.
So those guys can drop their cars off, not lose their money, right? And sure, we can charge premiums, we can do whatever we want to, why not? But with a partner like Nick, TVI, they're gonna send these things out and someone's gonna get this, right? And say, wow, look at this. Our police units don't have to go out of service. We can service them at night. Let's throw 3 of these things in there and try to obtain business that really nobody's trying to get to. Wholesale parts, right? So we just acquired a 40,000 square foot warehouse. Start servicing parts, used car center, parts center, and fleet truck sales. Well, we're going to use that, we're going to use them, and we're going to start marketing to different body shops, different collision centers, different places that, even independents, right? And the fact that they could pull this stuff, I don't know. It's really exciting to see where it's going to go in 2025.
Well,
Business
Joe,
is never.
Chance,
Go ahead.
Nick, we're on the live stage, so
Yep.
I got to cut it off. Thank you so much for giving us some of
Appreciate
your
you, Paul.
time. I love the combination of looking at technology and leaning into the human element. It sounds like that's the winning formula. Thank you so much. Have a great show.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
Back to you, Errol.